Wagwan, man.
Wagwan.
Everything is good.
Me, General.
Hi.
Conquer the Babylon.
Wagwan, man.
Hello, beautiful folks and the internet, wherever you are. Welcome back to this kind of the session of today. It's one-on-one live coverage going to be coming from this kind of the position, and we are tanganizing to make sure they're going to be having some food. Also, I have talk about right now my parent, and they're going to be fetching some food from here to make sure that we're going to be having sustainability of food. And the fish is the key value, because right now she cannot eat much of the meat because of that kind of the scenario that happened to the delivery day, and that's why they talk about, no, we need dry food like the fish, which is going to be so meticulous. Whenever they see something like stewed, they feel like it's going to be maybe something not good to their health, maybe such kind of the way. So we are on it, and you can see. So the gentlemen are inside making sure that we're going to be getting some food. And they're jumping. Aya, kumbe mliziacha hapa kando bana. Twende enda chap chap basi kwenda huko kwa nani? Hapo bona ameshikia mbali. Ona ndio hizi zinatoka humu. Wai karibu shika yote.
He's jumping. Nothing. They have catch up nothing.
No nothing.
Mura. Nani fake? Tamtume.
Unajua ni kwa sababu gani? Rukucha, angalia maleli alikuwa ameshikia. Angalia maleli acha net. Zote ziko zinatoka.
So nishikia karibu na net.
Guys, there's somebody who is ever asking about wacha mtume. Unaingia? Umeiona? Ni hivyo tu. So guys, I'm going to be having a little bit of some stories here that some of the people are ever waiting to hear. And I'm going to be telling you as a fact, because some of the people are asking about, we have heard about, the children are going to be produced here and we're going to be leaving some of the children at home. What's really tangling and what's really happening, because to the ever scenarios that are ever coming out clearly, we have to tanganize and talk about how it is. So number one, some of the people are asking about, again to tell us this kind of the story about the children of the Mwango here. So the day, I will tell you as a fact, you know, onto the ecosystem, we have varieties of women. And your mother, your father, talk about the parent, determines who you will be and at which kind of the rate you will have to be. Because how we ever come and how we grow up, you understand, whatever you want to do, you have to do it maybe in a secret that your parents cannot know, or the parents will know after a while, and maybe it will become a misery at that kind of the hotspot. So what is ever covered, number one, it's where this kind of the lady, you understand, she's very old, and she's now reaching to 34, 35 years right now. And yesterday she was 33. Right now she is 34 years. This is 2026. And the real fact is, number one, I ever served them with milk. And also, I was a young boy when they finished the Form 4. And Dee, whenever she finished the Form 4, she went to a college, and this kind of there's no university. Let no one teach you, or let no one cheat you about the universities there. No, the Mwango never went to the university. She went in a college, and this kind of the college we are talking about at this kind of the time, she went for the teaching practice like the mother. Talk about the Congrats mother. And when she got that kind of the knowledge of teaching, she came the first attachment. She went to a school called Kibranga, a primary school where Anastasia, who is living at the villa, she is studying at this kind of the time. So when she went there to teach, she was so hectic in a way, like she was having a serious face, serious mood every time, and the children never liked her, very decisively. They never liked her, the way she was ever possessing herself, the way she was ever orienting herself, because of the mood. And whenever you see the character of the Condad and you see the character of the D, it was reflecting the same, because whenever you see them, you cannot return your eyes. In a way, like they were moodless, and they were looking like they have been beaten like Cherokee drums. They look like they don't want, they want. So such kind of a character. So when she was there, she was so beating this kind of the children in that school. And one time, she got one of the student who was coming from the area here. This kind of the student right now is just an old man, and he's having a family. And do you understand, like, this student hit her because of this kind of the miscellaneous effect of now bullying this kind of the children, because now you're talking about you are a teacher. During that time, the curriculum vitae or the curriculum activities in this kind of the primary school, a student could be beaten and the government could do nothing. And it's only like if this kind of the scenario could get to the Ministry of Education, it could be very awkward to this kind of the teacher who is doing such. So what happened? So this is how now the brutality of the teachers were ever happening, because they were beating some of the children here and here and here. And one time now, this kind of the lady got somebody who is so decisively and talked about, I want to deal with you repetently. And this kind of the boy hit the Mwango very meticulously. In a way, like even this boy chased, including the whole class, chased this kind of the lady up to the staff room, and they demanded, no, we don't want her, because she's beating us now and again, and she doesn't teach us the way we need. She was teaching English. During that time, it was a standard 6. It was also, I was in standard 6, and she had already finished her college. So when I talk about the age of this kind of the lady, you can understand what I mean. I was in standard 6, which is grade 6. You had already gone for teaching practice in Kiburanga. You understand now the age. Whenever I talk about the 34, she was your teacher in Kiburanga. Exactly. So I'm telling the people, like, she's so old. They don't understand me very well. She's very old, and the real fact about today is whereby this kind of she is ever acting like she's a person who's to be, oh, it's the first time for her to get pregnant, or it's the first time, whatever. You understand? It's only the family who are ever denying not to bring out some of the information, talk about the family issues. And it was a secret that has been stored with the family since yet, because this kind of the people, they had one slogan. There's one of, I cannot talk about who he is, but is one of the gentlemen who are ever in Nyabuanse, up to this kind of the time that they ever in Nyabuanse. They're ever removing this kind of the pregnancies, talk about the abortion. There's one person who is a Kisi, a man, who is ever doing this kind of the work of the abortion now and again, a bit scaring the people. And up to this kind of the time, they're still making it happen. Whenever you feel like your daughter has talk about maybe a pregnancy that's not wanted, you have to go and approach this kind of the man who will come to your home and do such kind of the things. But I'm not advocating like this is what happened. What is there is there are some of the parents who are ever communicating like, oh, my son cannot be coming out, or my daughter cannot be coming out, or I don't want this kind of the fracas, like my daughter right now, she has not been married, she's now pregnant, and much more. Point number 1. You understand the Mwango had a boyfriend who is the sister to Chris the Great. And to do the due fact, it's only like money has brought some of the changes right now, and you can never see such kind of the things happening because of the change of money, and the character changes with how the money changes. And the brother to Chris the Great was the one who was ever handling the matters more decisively and talk about we have to deal with her repentantly the way it comes. And that's how the deal was made. And that's the history of this kind of the lady. So this kind of the lady is ever telling people the lie, because if she has to come out clearly, it's only the parents who are ever protecting their people not to come out, talk about, oh, this is what happened at this kind of the rate because of such kind of the scenarios. But the real fact is there are so many children who could be left behind the bars, and people could not be told because some of the things are just undertaken behind the level. There's a time I was supplying this kind of the milk to their home, and there was a very big fracas because during that time she had already finished her Form 4, and there was a fracas whereby they were having a very big confusion between Nasto and between the Nasto family and the Condad family. During that time, what happens is the D ever wanted to be seduced with Nasto, but things happened to be interrupted in a way like Nasto was not interested, because during that time Nasto was a bit brighter and he was ever looking for the people who are just brighter. You understand, D and Nasto, they're ever gauging the same age group, and whenever the school closes, you understand, there's a day there was a very big confusion which was about to bring some of the mayhem at the at the villa. during this time is when Mura was ever complaining about the D is not calling, she's not calling him. Whenever it reaches some of the times she's in need, she's ever calling and talking about, oh, can you help me in this kind of the situation? So they were not understanding themselves, they were not together. The family took the biggest opportunity to bound this kind of the children together, because Davy was not understanding with Maro, and also this other person was not understanding with the other person. So the family talked about how we're gonna be doing to make sure these people are ever coming together, because they are coming from the same stomach because of the different fathers. So let it not be the character of the betrayal of themselves, like a home of betrayal, the family of betrayal. They decided to bring themselves together in a way like the party now was hit. That day I was called to go and cook to the corn mom, and the corn mom was not having anybody because everybody fears to go there, and nobody is to be told anything about go and cook to this kind of the family. They talk about, no, this family is a bit obsessed, they are talking rubbish, they are doing things that are not good, and nobody likes to go there, and nobody was invited to go. It's including only the mother to Ngurai, who is Hello Baby only, who was there, and from there, a little bit of Uncle Mo, who went and slaughtered a cow, a goat, and no cooking, and they called me, and I refused to go. And Mura himself called and talked about Ogintu. I was with the Gitiriba, and also I was with Kibe, and also I was with Gake. When Mura called me 2 times, I never received the call because I was driving this kind of, because during that time, Gitiriba was my boss during that time because I was driving him. Also, he was driving the talk about the kingpin. So you can understand how the hierarchy was. So I was driving this, and the other one was driving the other one. So I was the small driver. So whenever it was not available, I could take over the game. So we went to one of the hotel called... So there was a hotel here in Sibania, a little home resort. We went there for a little bit of, you understand, Kibe liked pool, and also Gitiriba liked pool, so they went to pool, and me, I went to do some of there, 2, 3, talk about take a drink and come back home. So what happened from there is whereby Gitiriba was called like 2 times, and he received and talked about, oh, where is Gintu? I want to meet with Gintu right now. I want him to come, and my mom need him to come and cook for this kind of the visitors who are coming, and we have, and Mura himself said about, oh, Gintu, just go, you'll tell me whatever the bill it will be, and I will pay you. Then I had to come because of the respect and the honor between ourselves and the people intended to be done. Talk about we'll be doing this kind of the characteristic moment of the cooking, because I was going a very good cook during that kind of the time. So what happened when I came, I found like Dee never wanted me to be there. And she liked about, oh, no, I don't want to see you here. You are a bad boy. I talked about, what's the problem with you? I've been called, it's not myself who brought myself here. I've been called, including you don't have anything for marination. I have to go and bring everything from the villa to come and do the marination because there was nothing in terms of that. So I went and took the staffs and I went there. So Mura had been invited to go there and they discuss. They put their thoughts together while they're eating together. During that time, the commandant was so meticulous with me and talked about, oh, you understand how he was ever praising me when I was doing the fish farm. During that day, he was told, oh, the Mwango now came out and talked, oh, Dad, don't have respect to this kind of the boy, and it's this and this. And the conductor talked about this, how it's going to be. But he never talked anything because he's a man of temper anytime. And I don't fear anybody. So he never did anything. So when the party ended there, we came back the following day. It was now at the villa. And I was again to represent it. And I was told, this kind of the lady dish, she doesn't eat a goat. She only eat beans and some chapatis and some rice. That's what she ever ate. And I talked about one day, one time, she ever refused to get me to in touch to their home. But one day, one time, I will ever cook for them one-on-one. And they'll eat my food. If they eat my food, I'm good to go. Because I will not have any kind of the impact talking about, oh, you know, this kind of the people going to be this way. No, I never had such kind of the intention. So I talked about everything has to be handled the way they come. And I took myself like, it's a normal way because not everybody will ever like you. So when they came the following day, they had a little bit of a talk with the con mom and the con dad, and also Nasto was there. So the con mom, I don't know how the story came. They started talking about, oh, Nasto, you know, you are smaller than the Mwango. Oh, the Mwango was so heterozygous, and she was like, oh my living God, what is this kind of the woman talking about here? And felt like this kind of the woman was getting to things that she never wanted to come out. She was ever talking about, oh, I will never have a respect to Nasto because of what? Because this kind of the Nasto was ever greeting my cousin and he was never greeting me when we had finished the Form 4. It determines with how the face is. And she was now talking about, oh, you know, right now I have money. Now they are coming closer to me. I don't want to see them here and much more. Nasto even was about to leave and talked about, no, let it be like I am not coming to intrude, and they think about maybe it's because of their money or because of the popularity. Nasto was about to go, but Mura rushed to the gate and talked about, no, don't go anywhere because I'm the one who has invited you, not her. So be here, do your own things and do everything. I don't think that day even Nasto posted any video in conjunction with this kind of the lady, how they were eating and much more, because I was there to make sure that things were going to be coming out so meticulous. So what happened is whereby now this lady, she's ever lying to much of the people because this kind of the lady knows herself. Like whenever they were in terms of talk about the high school, they were so miscellaneous in terms of the boyfriendhood and much more from that kind of the section. So let us not be cheated about, oh, you know, I might come to this kind of the relationship, I was just a free, I don't have any kind of the baby. It's a big lie. And this kind of the gentleman and this kind of the lady talk about, you see how this kind of the people are learning. Because if there's nothing like a baby, there was so much things that were done behind the level for them not to have this kind of the babies. Because this kind of the baby, maybe they were terminated for them not to have, but their characters were ever reflecting. And let nobody talk about, oh, because I was a holy bet you're having a boyfriend and you are carrying outside here, talking about you don't like Nasto because of some of the issues. Oh, Nasto, they were so rich and they never wanted to work with the poor people. How is the poor people going to be coming to this kind of the contentment? Because we are ever forging some of the things that are not even included. Because when we come exclusively to talk about how the things are, we come to extend our own positivity of talking about the things are ever cooking out. But this lady is ever lying. Tell the Poland very nicely. Like, even the Poland guy is ever wondering, why is this kind of the stuff not the normal thing I ever knew? It looks like an ocean, not an ocean, looks like something else. And is it creepy? Is it whatever? Something like that one. And this kind of the gentleman is wondering, is this an African that I was ever hearing Africans, they're going to be so meticulous whenever it comes to cucumberization and much more. And they like it too much. But this kind of the lady, whenever he comes in and talk about, oh, this kind of the person going to be so meticulous. No. This kind of the things have been tanganized. And to the real fact, let us know everybody play this kind of the zone and talk about, oh, it could be this way, it could be that way. The real fact about behind the scene is whereby how can this kind of the lady come and cheat this kind of the gentleman if he's not even a fool? Look at this, how this kind of the Poland guys are full. Him himself, he understand the lady has a construction, including right now they are still bringing some of the material to the construction here. And the Poland guy is confused. This is the lady that they're going to be staying in Poland or wherever they want to go. But the little fact is the lady is ever making things to happen to the village. So she is there to hustle. And this is what we call the hustle of a day. Talk about, this is what we ever call, we are at the job. So she is performing her job. And the good meticulous, what I'm going to be asking is, by the way, and I'm going to be clearing it out right now. This kind of the lady doesn't have any kind of the child outside here. I will tell as a fact. Because I've been serving them with a lot of milk since my childhood until I got to 2015. That's where now they bought a cow from us and it had grown up. Now they were making sure that they are now milking on themselves. But the real fact of today is she never had such kind of a way because I was ever there. It's only like the father was ever serious. I don't think like she could ever come out and do some unnecessary. Because there's a time I went and she was ever asking. The good thing is this kind of the lady, Mwango, was ever asking some of the sanitary needs and much more from the father. And I liked about that one because that kind of the family, during that time, I was serving them. I could meet even the talk about the father, talking about, oh, you know, I'm going to be having this. Haya, piga humu ndani. Usitoe. Tena unatoa. Usitoe. Usitoe. Sasa wewe ungerudi nyuma huyu akuje.
Mki. Wate kanto kemo. Pangi chichunum.
To?
No lacho. Hey. Taringa nyuma mburari hete.
They're getting some fish. So guys, that's how it is. But to the clarity, I will ever say this as a fact. The Mwango doesn't have any kind of an extra kid at home. And that's a fact. And I was there when they were migrating, and I was there when she was teaching. I was there supplying milk whenever they were doing much representing. She doesn't have a kid. That's the fact. And let nobody lie about the kids and much more, because she has been holy. It's only like she was ever having some of miscellaneous whenever the father could be hitting them, too much boyfriendship and much more. Sometimes they could come this way. Whenever she went to the college, maybe whenever now she entered to the YouTube, maybe things happen, maybe she removed or whatever, or terminated or whatever. But the real fact is I've never seen her having an extra child. That's the fact that will ever come out representing one-on-one. Because I understand her and I know the reality about their home and much more. It's only like they like cucumberization. They like enjoyment, because that's how their life is. That's how they like about the YouTube. You understand, sometimes people have never told you about what is the issue of the YouTube. I ever came one day and I said as a fact, this YouTube, we are never told which YouTube are we, right, this kind of the time. Because there's different types of the YouTube that people never knew. Like we were told consistency, put some videos. But at the end of the moment, whenever you go to sleep, there are the other people who are doing other extra things. There's a day I can give you a small history. Whenever you see some of the people starting showering at the rivers, what are they exposing? What are they exposing? They're making sure that they're exposing, like they can do whatever you want to tell them or whatever you want them to do. Because at that kind of the rate, you understand, including the con mom ever entered that kind of the conspiracy to make sure that she's going to be showering and exposing the nudes. And she was this kind of the woman, she was ever entitled because of the influence of the lady who is the Mwango. But the real fact that I want to tell much of the people is that there's another extra YouTube outside there than what you think about, because there's much of expulsion, there's much of nudic outside here, and there's so much of contraceptives that are ever handled outside here. Right this kind of time I'm talking this kind of the matter right now. Number one, so many gentlemen right now, they are passing through the napkins. Gentlemen right now, so many boys here are acting like YouTubers. They're ever wearing sanitary needs, and talk about they're ever wearing some, they're called napkins, because they want to seal, because the buttocks are ever tongued properly. And the little fact is, let us not assume of what we are just doing, because the future will ever entitle. And the good fact is people should understand, number one, there's nothing like YouTube which is so genuine in a way like, let us not cheat too much of the people. And people should not be cheated in a way like they are told there's a YouTube that you have to post some of the videos, but whenever they are doing it, they don't see some of the people doing some other extra development, because people are asking, how is this kind of the person developing? How is this kind of the person developing? I came to understand like there are this kind of the nudic thing which has taken over the system in the YouTube in Nyabuanse, because not everybody you see raising a camera is a YouTuber. Some of them are talk about the sexual workers. Some of them are sexual representatives, and some of them are representing from this kind of the village. Look at how many women have been taken from this kind of the village to act porn. Talk about how many villages have been succumbed because of this and this. Last time Yaya, she's from this kind of the area. Talk about the dancing mom. She has been introduced into it. Right now she is now acting perpendicular because of the frumbanya. And this is something like whenever a lady is having some buttocks and everything's just popping out, they ever come categorized that talk about, oh, you know, this kind of the lady looks so meticulous, and she can act representing and make things to have very meticulous, and they start acting perpendicular to that. Matiko's wife right now, she's acting. Talk about Salima of Mulimi, she's acting. Because of what? Because of an influence. And this influence is because of money. We ever got some receipts talking about Matiko's wife was ever acting, sending this kind of the news to Norway. And talk about, there's another lady here called Sarima. She is now acting. And who is taking this kind of the pictures is Devi. Who is ever? Because this is the influence that is there. And the people are not told, and whenever some of the people who are ever talking about, oh, Gintu, don't talk about this kind of the person because of this, they know. Because things are going to be coming out clearly. And we are not forging. We are not saying as a lie. Because people outside there, they know another criteria of getting money. Let us not cheat to the young YouTubers going to be growing. We tell them consistency. And whenever they put videos, they don't go. Because already you have your your team, which you are posting other things different from YouTube, and you are giving them the best alternative of your bodies, and they talk about you're going to be supporting you because of sending them whatever is intended. And some of the people come out, it's called Forex here in Kenya. And some people talk about, oh, because I have a car, oh, people are jealous of me. We are not jealous of anyone. But these people are napkining themselves. And which is not a thing that we are ever to come out and start talking about, oh, it could be this way, it could be this way. No. Let us talk, let us call a spade a spade. Let us call a spoon a spoon. That is it. Because what is ever categorized outside here is whereby everybody knows a mean of getting it. Right now, we don't have YouTubers like ladies. All the ladies are onto it. Everybody is new dick, now and again, now and again, now and again. Why am I saying so? Because we are getting this kind of the videos, including there's somebody who's ever coming out talk about, oh, you know, this kind of the lady, can you do this? I've been sent with a lot of this kind of the pictures. And sometimes I always say, no, this is enough, is enough. Because the same people they're sending, they're coming from the same village I'm coming from. And whenever you meet somebody, you can even talk about, am I going to greet this person because this the same hand is used to the other section? Am I going to shake this kind of the hand, the same part? Because the hand is ever using to make things which are just terrible. But that's the life they've been succumbed with. That's the life they've been thrown onto. Because there's nothing they can do if they don't do that. And that is whenever you hear somebody talking about, I'm going to Nairobi.
And what is the effect? Mm-hmm. What's the effect of how they are mixing their bodies?
One thing that so many people have to understand is number one, we have STIs and STDs. These are diseases. But yes, some of the people will say they are treated. Yes, they are treated. But to understand, hepatitis B is a virus. Understand, AIDS is a virus. And whichever part, because whenever we talk about is a man to a man, because we're going to be using the buttocks, it's going to be coming from, talk about the back, and you start talking about, oh, you know, maybe the back is not having some fluids and much more, it will not be so straight and much more. You think about this kind of the spermatology we are talking about here. Where are they going to go? Because we will never talk about how it's going to be coming. And it removes and it gets this kind of the people into a stress, number one, because of they cannot sit where people are. Because they cannot stay a long time, like 1 hour and above, because they're going to be directing them to themselves. Because this kind of the stuff which is stretching and what's the endometric thing, which is ever talk about relaxes and also contracts. Whenever it comes to you want to go for a long call, it opens or it stretches. And sometimes it closes because of such. So it's open because now you will be polluting like a duck. Anytime you go, you are ever polluting from this point to another point, which is not something clear. And sometimes you are ever napping yourself, and you are becoming like a child. Whenever you wake up in the morning, you cannot go to the same toilet other people are going, because you should go at your own pace. Because now you are distancing yourself. You should start checking about the distance. People start distancing themselves because of this kind of the character which is developing to their body. And it's because of money. And this is brought with the influence because somebody bought a car, because somebody has a mansion. You want to say about, no, I want also me to be like that and much more like that one. No, that's not the effect of what we have to do at this kind of time. Let us start acting perpendicularly to another thing that we're going to be doing. But the real fact is whoever is doing, let them do. But the time will tell, and things are going to be cooking. We ever explained it. There's a time I came out and I said, oh, guys, you know, the ladies that now are ever exposing themselves. People hated Gintu. They talked about, oh, Gintu, don't talk about this kind of the people. The same people talk about, oh, Gintu, don't talk about them, you are a bad person. They're the same people who are being shared this kind of the stuff. Talk about the videos. They see how an African is being marinated and much more, which is not a good character we want to show. Because when you see most of the influencers, most of them, they tell you, oh, do you know how I have suffered outside here to become who I am, to become who Kenge I am, to become who Mwango I am, to become who Davy I am. It's because of this kind of something we called the Sim 2, which is acting outside here. And be very keen, because we are ever being told, oh, you'll never match how blessed I am. Yes, we don't talk about how blessed you are. You're blessed of giving them whatever they think about you're going to be so representing. But at the end of the moment, time will tell. There's nobody will ever talk about, maybe somebody will ever complain about time. Nobody will ever compete with time. Whenever time will tell, it will tell this is actually.
But already the videos have come out. I have some
So
of them
many.
even I'm deleting.
So
Because,
so many.
I'm finding that even you are
Let me communicate this.
yes.
And I want to warn this kind of the people who are ever sending this kind of the things and talk about Oginto. I want you to expose this.
Yes.
Point number one, when you are agreeing between you and the gentleman,
yes.
or the gentleman to the lady,
Yes.
and you never wanted to tell us, like I have engaged with Mayani,
Yes.
and Mayani is now sending me this kind of the thing, so it's a deal. And you never told us. Now, whenever the things got to fall apart, now they start talking about Oginto. I trust on you. Can you expose this? There's somebody who has scammed me money
Yes,
and
that's
ever come
what
out.
now
Do you
they're
understand
saying.
how many people have ever told about me?
Yes.
So many people are telling me about Nasto. So many are telling me about Vanessa. So many telling me about so many ladies here. And talk about Oginto. Can you expose this kind of the things? Sometimes talk about Priska, sometimes talk about whoever, but I come out exclusively.
Don't mention them.
No, I'll say as a fact, because I'm not mentioning anyone talking about I will ever do the reaction because of talking about how you are agreeing with the terms. And I tell you as a fact, me, I'm telling you how I'm told to do it. Because somebody's talking about Oginto, there's somebody who has taken my money, and because of this, when you are agreeing, I was not there.
Yes.
And when you are ever determining yourself, like, oh, I'm going to be doing this, so many of them, there are so many people who talk about, oh, because of the influence from the Kenge villa, they have a very big influence, you know?
Yeah.
And they cannot talk about, oh, let us tell Kenge to expose this kind of the things. They cannot happen because they have been scammed with the same group. And they find it difficult for them to start complaining because they're themselves who attach themselves. Nobody asked, like, I want to do this, I wanted to do this. Some of them are the people who started the communication, not this kind of the people from here. Nobody knows a person in America, person in Germany. Nobody knows them. It's only a person from Germany will ever contact this person from the ground. And we talk about, oh, you know, I've seen how pretty you are. When they were starting, we are not available. So if you have been scammed, please stay the way you are.
Stay the way you are.
Stay the way you are. Because we are not here still, because we are now receiving some videos. Why can't you send this kind of the videos? Because the same people are doing it, and you're saying like they have scammed you, are coming from the Kenge fraternity. Why can't they call the same person who has oriented them to it? Because nobody was told, or like, this is how it is. Sometimes the influence is coming from the surrounding, and the surrounding talks about, can you do this? Because of the poverty, because of the poorness in this kind of the fraternity we are. People think about the only representative I can do. I want to be like Gintu because Gintu is having a car. I want to be like Migosi has whatever. Migosi has a house building. So why can't I be like that one? Or whenever you start communication, we talk about, oh, you know, I will come to Nairobi, I want to meet you. How many people have gone to Nairobi for the meetings? You talk about, oh, the first time to Nairobi. You understand the first time to Nairobi, what is there? You have never been told. Because if you'll be told about it, so that's why I don't want to talk about it, because it doesn't bother me. Whoever wants to do it, but the time will tell. And it will come in a way like you will not escape. There's no escape route from it. And the real fact is, right now, people are going to be siphoning money, because whenever Gintu is talking like that, I'm told, oh, Gintu, it's because of some jealousy. I don't have any jealousy of anybody. Why am I saying so? Because I don't understand, and I don't come to such kind of the stupid things. Like somebody can come out and talk about, oh, you know, Gintu, I'm approaching to do this. I was ever, you know, sometimes some people can come out like, oh, Gintu, I want you to do this kind of the thing, and a bit they have their own intentions. And their intention is to get Gintu like, oh, I'm going to be sending you $20, $30, and I want to do other things. How many people have ever lost because of talking about, oh, send me the nudes of that person, oh, there's a nude that has been progressing, have you got it? Can you send me? Go and ask somebody else to send you this kind of the nudes and send it to me. How many people?
Yes.
There are so many. And we are ever talking about, no, I don't do that. Because when the things are happening and you cannot understand, how was the agreement of that lady to a gentleman? How was that gentleman to a lady? You can never know.
Or a gentleman to a gentleman.
A gentleman to a gentleman, which is now becoming so popular.
You know, even for now, now it is lady and a lady, a guy and a boy and a boy.
We call it lele.
Yes.
Lelelism. And it's now taking over the game. Why am I saying so? One thing that I want people to understand and take it as a serious and take it to the bank. Right now, there's nothing like an influential in the YouTube. The people who are ever talking about there's an influence in the YouTube because of posting videos. It's not there. What is there is the people who are ever attacking you because of speaking about the truth. That the people benefiting from this capilog and lunatic, psychopathic things that when we are growing up, we are understanding like we want our tomorrow to be so elative. Like, what are we going to be doing tomorrow? A person is told, I want to be buying you a land and construct a house for you. And yet you are just ever wearing pampers. And you're talking about, oh, you can never sit where people are. You want to be alonilism. It's becoming something, and that's why I say the time will tell. And don't attack me because of talking about, oh, maybe you talked about, oh, going to expose this, and I refused. As I say,
if the content comes of exposing,
I don't do that one. Because so many people now, they're going to be thinking about, they're going to be talking about, oh, I want to use this person to expose this. Yeah. But what I've seen is like the group they are sending, because they know when going to react upon this, because this person is coming from another group. You see the advantage?
Yeah.
This person is coming from the Kenge group.
Yes.
Now, if I give this platform to Gintu will hit it. Yeah. And people will watch, and I will make sure that I have sustained my sustainabilities in a way like I have exposed what was to be exposed, correct?
Yeah.
But now, they have their kingpin. Correct?
Yeah.
Their kingpin, they have to send to their kingpin the same things, the news that this kind of the people are sending to show him this is how your people are doing. But they cannot do it because also the kingpin maybe is part of the program. Some people can just get me because I have to tell you what is there. The reality is there. The reality is there. Because people are hiding outside here talking about, oh, it could be fracas, it could be this way. Whatever they want to talk about, whenever, because I have all the sections and I have the people who are just, whenever I go, whenever you are telling me, oh, going to act to this or act to that, and I'll tell you which kind of the group is that, this kind of the person falling to. Because people now are making it happen. And let nobody start telling you, oh, it's this way, including right now I've seen couples. Imagine, right now in Nyaboase, whenever we see some of the people talking about we are couples, they're acting movies.
They're acting movies.
And they talk about we are couples, or we are flirting together. They're acting this kind of the movies.
Like this boy called...
No. Don't mention. They are there. Because people have to get it and people have to know. Because we are not going to be sectioned into things like we are not entitled to do. And right now we don't have the future, because where is the future of tomorrow? We are trying to get the children to school, to learn, get English, understand, look for an alternative. But the alternative is to use the normal body system you have to do things which are not just coming out. Because there are some of them who have been to Nairobi, they have stayed in Nairobi, they are ever acting and to Nairobi, they are ever talking about this, the only position we shall be, and a bit scary. And it's scaring us in a way like, where are we heading as young people, as young YouTubers, as young people in this kind of the regime? Look at this kind of the time. There's a man here who is the uncle to Kenge, who is Mr. Ogutu. Mr. Ogutu is more than like 60 years. If we can just talk about, if it's less, 50 to 60 years. But they're talking about they need a wife. Which kind of a wife are they looking for at this kind of an age of 60? And yet, they have ever been looking for the alternative to get a woman for this kind of the gentleman, the young ladies. And these young ladies, it's their name like they've been married to this gentleman. But whatever is going to be done there, it's only God knows. They're looking, and whenever you hear about, oh, we have got a wife, you will see a very beautiful lady is brought there, and they talk about she has 4 children. And this lady, the action is not like they will be staying there, but the action is another one. They will be acting some of the videos there to talk about this and earning of this kind of the person. Guys, when I come out exclusively to entitle and get you some of the knowledge, some of the people will ever hate me and talk about, oh, Gintu, that's not the reality. But I stick to my point. It's only for the YouTubers to tell us I have passed through more. Because one time, I went to the Mwango and ever came to the villa to attack me and said about, oh, I'm going to be throwing you out of this kind of the villa. And I told her, try it. And to the deal fact, I want to tell you the fact. They're telling us, oh, I've passed through much. Do you know how I've passed through to make sure that I'm coming who I am? Oh, you are thinking about ABCD. Now I came to realize, because during that time I was not opening my mind, because my mind was stuck to the same position of the villa or the Kenganism. But the real fact that I never knew is whereby now it came as a reality. Whereby now I came to understand this kind of the ladies, the private parts are suffering the most for them to be popular outside here. I ever knew that, which is a bit a scary thing to this kind of the nation. And where are we moving to? Guys, let us fish. Si vumekuwa vidogo sasa. Zimeisha eh? Twende ya juu abu. Guys, we are fishing. Ama mimi nitoe. Ama mimi nitoe. Eh? Nivue? Sasa ubaya abu. Mimi niwaambie ubaya. Zimetoka kubwa sasa. Wow. Sasa ni kubwa kidogo. Si unacheki? Lakini niwaambie kitu moja. Kuwa mnafika hapa kando kabisa. Mnasimamisha hiyo net vile anasimama mwingine. Hii ni ya kiume inakojoa, it's peeing. This is a male, That's a male one.
Wewe kwani unaogopa?
Yeah, look at over here. That's a male,
It's fearing.
Yeah, it's fearing.
So we have female and a male.
The male ones are red.
Yeah.
Most of the male are red.
Chamtume!
Guys, we are getting some food stuffs from my fish farm here. And the good thing about this kind of the work is, number one, this is one of the profitable business. And right now I have a woman, and she's at the home, and she has delivered, and she needs food. And you understand, whenever you deliver, you need much of food, and she needs the dry food mostly because of talk about no meats, talk about this kind of the stewed meats. She doesn't like, because of the situation that she ever passed through whenever she was delivering. So she sees like the lack of appetite comes out. So she needs something dry so as she can just uptake. And that's what we are just doing here, to make sure that everything is representing, and we are here to make sure that everything is so coming out clearly. So the gentlemen are now coming out exclusively to make it happen. That's what we are just making sure that everything is passing through here. Abu, uende huko?
Tunaenda hivi.
Uende kwa ile, si ndio?
Tunaenda tukiendanga huko.
Sawa, twende. Ziko ama za ziko? Iko hapo? Guys, yesterday I did some of the cleaners to this kind of the farm, and I want to plant some of extra foodstuffs here to make sure that this area is protected. And I did some of the thorough cleaning to make sure that this area is looking so meticulous, because I don't want this area to have maybe weeds and much more. I don't want them to have such kind of the things. And hizo mlizirudisha? Kanata mono muturukie go muchigete ndani mono. Muno. Zakunya hata muchigete. Acha tufungue maji kidogo. Hii ni kidogo tu inatoka. What is moving now? Uko sawa?
Abdia, you okay? You are okay?
Bado itora katonjo.
Tayari.
Wewe bado?
Sawa.
Ibikiriza ma. Ano ndako tisini mere hano. Ebere kamu.
Ndike ba kare.
Kitu isepe.
Kitu ende.
Iga 1 to mark. Yorne 100.
Aya murama go kurinja.
Boni.
Oko rivers.
Awo to temi ha. Mtume.
Ango temera hano cha mzee baba.
Twende. Mberembe urako tembere. Wewe kuja chini mjeda. Wiki urainua royo. Ay. Twende. 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 Rudi chini mjeda. Aya zinaruka. Twende.
Tenu hansi. Wana matacha tana geni. Bon. Kiro.
Yari ngoti. Sumeshika?
Kidogo.
Mimi nimezipata strategy. Speedy.
Nori nuni ne mono. Ejo nuni ne mono.
Abuta soha.
Ata mono. Umugwi.
Rusia to soha na wema.
Hai master. Master. Wafanya kazi tumechoka.
Wanse master.
Master.
Kitu chihira tore.
Lakini bado.
Mayibenyo afadhali mura. Benyo numukungwe ibora. Mara ikuhura. Wankongenira.
Wewe kana unamfanya kazi. Agesora.
Nigombe chako. Nigombe kore. Niwe kore.
Unaingia kwa gani?
Zere kogeteka.
Sio tika relax, akino kukomatu chihira. Maka chiba stabi.
Unaenda hii? Haya, nyinyi muingie basi mpige maji kando. Zinakuanga kando. Sasa kuna kuanga guys onto the fish pump. And a fish pond like this one, they have something called barrows. Barrows are the spots that are created with the fish during the spawning time. They can come and do the spawning of each other, and at that kind of the rate, they ever hide inside the corners and inside the dikes to make sure that they're going to be as not having any kind of the misery in terms of insecurity. So when this kind of two gentlemen, they're going to be one to the far corner, another one to this kind of the corner, they will be hitting this kind of the barrows to make sure that this kind of the fish are coming out. Some of them are reproducing this time round, and some of them are hatching, some of them are making different things and different activities inside here. So if they're going to be chased from inside, they're going to be coming out to expose themselves where the net will be passing. And that's why they're going to be doing something called net passing, and which is going to be the net drifting and net passing is ever occurring to this kind of the time. So everybody should be just at the several corners to chase them out. Kuna kijiti hapa, kuna hii kijiti itakuja shike neti. Unaweza itolewa?
Tuge hawanzi hapo hivi.
Tatema hasa umechi stili.
Hano.
Ni bazenga baba.
No baba makake moyo.
Iyo ni bazenga.
Ahasi hayo halambe entagitu.
Mura. Sasa
Alafu kama unapita juu, mupite juu. Alafu murudie chini.
sasa
Sawa.
ni na straight.
We pita juu Abu. Ona, shika hiyo neti karibu. Ukipita juu, karibu kabisa. Vuta bado. Alafu kitu nitakufunza, kamba ya chini shikia karibu, kamba ya juu shikia mbali. Mbali. Hivi. Tunataka ya chini kipita, hiyo shikia karibu. Hiyo hapo sawa, hiyo ya chini sasa ushikie karibu. Sawa. Hii hapo. Shikia karibu. In a way like wakati utakuwa unapita ya chini itakuwa imekaza the same. Ikuwe mbali ya juu. Ama enda tu hivyo. Enda wewe ukiwa hivyo. Abu, are you ready?
Sawa.
Ayo hemu jela ngakotara hale.
Want to mark kwenda mbele. Boni.
Haya, on your mark. Set. Ready. Woo! Fukuza hivyo. Enda mbio. Kaende. Hivyo. Huyu anaanguka huku. Imeruka. Enda mbio basi.
Hapa kuna mlima.
Anjicho mabriki kwa hata murama. Ale tumana jata nemo.
Murama sika mono.
Kuna machiringi chinsi.
Kuna gari hapa.
Hata muje na ta korter hands.
Bodi shika. Shika hivyo. Kitu inuke.
Wagwan.
Manne gari ya mun.
Nemba tebiro ke mate gento mo.
Gari ya goy han.
Kike.
Pero bolso no roubao. Runi mi sumaru ruambi. No roubao, pro raro. Ibisike.
Guys, they have got 0.
Baba. Yani kimo nyuturo. Bana hata kama karaka kwingeneria. Agu. Tona hata karaka kungeneria umeona.
Choni chimbao.
Roubao kukuru hayo. Atahara.
Yaani mure mu kitchen sio kimura tigachire.
Wagwan. Ukwaje? 0. 0 catch.
Abu. Master Tembora.
Enda tu mumalizie. Enda moja. Enda moja. Uingie kwa ile ya juu.
Lakini mbona ndo lina maswa manene.
Hii.
No.
Kwa kona bwana tujalitimia.
Mama.
Ma yatukoro te baba tagende.
Umaita kitu ne hano kwanza huko. Baba tukambori katagendira.
Ayikuro haro nagenda.
Acha
Wewe.
Aimu haro.
Tagerente iguru.
Oh, teguru bintu bibi ha.
Kota agu. Kota sasa na.
Atahira ke ukiyiga.
Kana nini?
Baharo no rutangurije kuyamba ari yiga.
Wala mtaka kolika mbokaje. Okay. Awana rosti. Okay.
Ama tigaru na uchi.
Ndiko na manyanki muchire ko hera mono.
Ndiko mara kwanza tabwe. Kwani bwanyu mara kwanza nkimukoe.
Guys, sometimes you can just fish here and you can come out 0. Yeah. Don't worry, it's a work. Because for the work to be progressive, you talk about how many rounds you have gone and successful rounds are ever there. Ononya kwa matiko. Yes, hello. Chinsu mochire. Aya. This is Mama Matiko, eh? They are my customers, including the dancing mom. She's not available. Dancing mom was a very good customer. But due to the YouTube platform of embezzlement and the hierarchy, isn't it tumetoa tu zote? Hizi tu ndo tumetoa zote tangia. Sasa tutakuwa tunafanya nini sasa? They have a very low number here. I don't think. Hata. Hizo tatu.
I have a package of fish.
Oh.
Ai motaka gote abudiwe tikichi ndoto chao chire chakari.
Twende mbele basi risasi. Na ile wakati kabisa mulishika mura. Eh.
Mami nikuta chini zinakimbia kwenda chini. Baba. Ukora rene ni tu makota momo tu wene. Kata mama isho beno na mama isho. Edongo ni ano. Chamnato. Kurare yani kibu ma. Bakumo bere
Uko na anta hare.
Edongo chamnato. Chamna? Kurare ma bakakata mama isho bene. Hapa chamnato. Yano mo bere ko jo. Ora fa kama. Wote bigo sipakuwa mchonjo. Baho mo bere ko fa ko so hemmo. Inarara round. So mo bere ko man. So mo bere ko man. Comande que mo, comande que. Eu comande que.
Não for o ovo andro go sube. Mzee baba wikora yanse. Ro ta tuko kona hanu mzee baba. Ta tuko kona hanu.
Ta tuko kona.
Abu songa chini.
Songa.
Ikuma tige kona yini.
Ta tuko hanu murahanu.
Mukami is being sent with the Matiko mother. Come for the fish here. Guys, what I can say is, me, I don't have any kind of a bad relationship between anybody. Maybe some of the people will be talking about, oh, Gintu has a bad relationship with the Matiko mother or Matiko family. No, I don't have that kind of the courtesy of hatred of other people because of there's nothing like benefit I will just be getting if I hate them. And some of the people might be talking about, oh, maybe you will hate them. We need this, we need that. No, it's not the effective thing we have to do.
Hakuna kitu.
Zero.
Nothing. They are enjoying by swimming.
And
Korea maji.
anatoka tu kidogo.
Kama kanuna makonko diga.
Yes, hello. Fresh. Yeke harire.
Uya. Tumichira kunyore chigosi asamba.
Oh, ne moteviri mbakore simba komogoroba hano. Tiga motemere nigwe kama lakini sema yangana ate tinga bado taracha.
Atigambe tebeka kijana kera kiko.
Oh, ni sawa. Unyori chitinga.
Bado.
Ano kumahi chire chena magembe atatu ugambe.
Bono ni kombende.
Oh, ndachuringire tauni. Haya.
Soki. Uri uhera kusentemere kemo.
Oh, nyamwini ndarusi chinswi.
Oh, akibaye kutekanicha.
Ticha bat icha home.
Oh.
Chaba ibuli.
Sawa.
Haya.
Atiandi kemo.
Haya. Araya haba magonera.
Asa pohera no kukurusha bona atemwe. Mutige gas. Nganga toko tukoro bhoro. Tika tujaribu sio kushinda.
Wewe Mukami. Ukwaje kijana? Meticulous.
I'm in Kenya.
So today you are a customer.
You know I always
My strategy no mo tomera. Nenkoroni.
Wane morosere. Ele mona sehemu moja.
shika hii.
Unajua kitu kina wa challenge. Mimi niwaambie.
Chamtume atamkambei.
Angeke mno. Emo ben.
Hapa
na no ibere.
Na mbili.
Egeje.
Vai morosere pia mona. Boni na nani? Ingia.
Tui. Karago ni bini.
Boni na mwita.
Boni na.
Kwani sini nishika mbira.
Mayo ndo mwero. Wabiringi bitere mbwe. Ono kirongo tekena.
Alingia mo.
Okiringa mwe.
Kerani.
Ono getke.
Akalanga teme kopi. Eno yo. Eno.
Iko sawa.
Iko sawa.
Bitere.
Let me do the marketing.
Keyo. Yung 50.
50, eh? A town.
Tauni 50.
50 bob. This is 50 bob in town. 50 shillings.
Wewe mra tu kama boy ndo bagi.
Mukami has a tea jug. A kettle.
A metallic one.
Yeah.
I've been sent.
This was used in 19 korr. Not even in the 21st century.
No, that one used to.
Yeah. Guys, have you ever seen this one here? Very warm, and it was placed whenever you put here tea.
Yeah.
It was placed besides a fire.
Like a flask.
Yeah, it was placed behind where the fire is firing.
Yeah.
It was placed behind there, and the always tea was very hot.
Yeah, like a flask.
So put here for 100. Put those 4. Thank you. Huh? Joko high. I know. Yeah. Mama Matiko has to be serious. I don't have a change of 500. Can she send the money through my phone?
Through your
yeah, she has my number. Let her send the money direct to me.
Okay.
Or also you need for your family.
No.
Buy, man, buy.
Okay, you know,
You are what?
I'm your.
No, you see the gentlemen.
always,
The gentlemen are inside.
You
Don't
worry.
Yeah.
There
So
is
you
no
just
one-
buy 2 or
there is
1.
no
You are
one-
you are
there is no
working,
one-
man. Look at
there is
your
no-
hands. No, look at your hand. You are working.
There is no one who can steal here something.
No,
I
that's
do.
a propaganda.
Not a propaganda.
That's a propaganda.
No.
How untrustful can I talk about?
No, Gintu.
So if do you know how many days this kind of the net has slept inside here?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
How many times?
In fact, it's around 4 days.
No. You
It's
are wrong.
around 4 days.
You are wrong.
Yeah, because when I saw it, I was around.
You are wrong.
Gintu.
Eh.
Don't. You know, I'm always around.
Boni bono sasa benyu.
Don't worry.
Ata bako kwa bono bahabara kena ba okora. Siwezi kudanganya.
Munene chuha no manu nene cha mtoto. Roje. Munene cha mtoto.
Sasa go takongine mugaka. Tukwa kera basacha be ibire mo.
Munene cha mtoto. Manu nene cha mtume. Roje.
Leta gunia.
Bona berusi cha mtume.
Uwe ka ebra yo rasora na nai.
Bona berusi cha mtume.
Hi man.
Is everything fantastic?
How are you?
I'm fine.
You are here.
I'm just
Chamtume! Chamze baba.
Konki. Roje.
Mnataka niingie?
Hata mimi sasa mnipe chance niingie. Tuingie na wewe. Tuone kama tutatoa mingi.
Lakini kwa chi serikali.
Bado mura. Asohabu.
I have the Concord one. Even is bleeding. Why? Oh, it have dungwad.
Yeah. Rudi mara moja.
Wewe, toa mrongo. Turudi mara moja. Usituonyeshe mpolo mpo.
No forex trade. Tika embe motaka monster hata ndio.
This one Mayani. Is it passing through hiring?
This one is the one is making things to happen.
Just no.
Buy another one, man.
Buy another one. Guys, it's looking like a
These are 1.5 cable.
You know how I'm putting?
1.5.
You know how I'm putting?
You're putting what?
The phone. I do like this. Then I put like this.
So what's the wire for?
The wire? The wire is for controlling the here.
The node.
Yes, if now you put like this, we're in dima.
Shake.
Ah, no.
No shaking.
Wewe. Kitu sape. Mkenye ngo kabisa. Wamjada.
Mweza mingi choma.
Sawa.
Kimingo mwenye. Behind the camera. Bwana chokuituria.
Ngoda? Sim. Ifi. Ah, sasa konta kungine. Kendo hatu na wote andugi ku. Sana kote bi. Uniboro na ya kalingi bo wiki.
Ndani.
Ernesto and Mutorombo is in.
Let us see the
Ernesto, you will kill some people inside here. Ivo.
How much has the buhase?
Yeah? 200 shillings. 200 shillings.
Wow.
Yeah.
This one even can bite. It's like biting. It's big one.
Boni, fruta juu.
Ernesto has a parrot.
Ona, Ernesto. Ona, usivute ya chini. Kuja mpaka kwa kona kabisa. Vuta ya chini mkuja mpaka kwa kona.
Ya chini. Wait.
This one.
You said the red one is the female?
The male.
Oh.
How do you know that he's a female?
It has genital parts.
Even they have the private parts. They are
Genital parts.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have genital. They have the best.
They have private parts.
They have the private.
They have pampas areas.
Why fish is not wearing pampas? Is he urinating anywhere?
Mahaja takia gotere ha. If you don't catch water, no fish. No, those are propagandas for eating. Unakumbuka the other day?
Ona, nendo atore huko.
Haya tukoma ni kebrinde ngoma noma.
Tulitokena na team, na nona transparent. Insinko het, mama insina ate manyigambo bebe het. Agora de catch one. Waya. Kara higel. Aya tu. Dego tora go kogo. Na harito mura na jar buri go biga konga. Ono. Da tora go kogo. Quando te parai. Aya se har ta uetas van se kemu. Aya gagi go tu temu ki. Quando tin apo eh.
When Ernesto, you're walking like you are.
I'm fishing. Haya, twende chini. Wanapiga huko chini.
Kama sasa kanufona ukuhira, tatena kuhira. Tigi cho tigehi.
Chamtume! Ernesto 0.
No zero. Is this not a fish? The vimena.
Abu, zimetosha? Ama ingia basi kwa hii. We're going to be changing a little bit of another dam. Because, you know, guys, we cannot get full fish because the water is full onto the pond. So we're never going to be fishing here. Even if somebody can talk about, oh, they're going to steal. You cannot steal more than 100 because it's at night, because of the water is full. Even if you come with a net, I have seen you and I'm placing it out for the people to check. If you're going to be coming to steal here, it's either you open the whole water so you can just attract and get some fish. Because if you cannot open water, I don't think about you can come inside there with a mosquito net and come and fish. It will never happen. So if the water is full, there's nothing can happen because the fish are ever having statistics and they calculate themselves how they're going to be moving because they feel the impact before you even reach there. Because the fish can see 300 meters before even a man can see it. 300 meters inside the water, so there's nothing you can do. And they feel the impact, the way the movement of the net is coming, and they feel it. And nothing you can just do and categorize them like, oh, it's going to be this way. No, things are going to be changing impactly to this kind of time. So they're going to be getting to the third fish pond here to see what they're going to be getting. Kwanza hapa pako juu kabisa, hapa hata ni kutembea tu juu. Hapo kabisa ndio ziko. Piga mbele nani Boni. Guys, they are scaring the fish to come to the middle. Where stretch. Ernesto. Nimekuepa. Simona venye nimemwepa. Voni vidogo vinatoroka. Alinga mora. Adambu yore. Enda juu nani? Muita. Vai sikia kienda taigo. Choka mrata sikia. Endo kirutika. Haya. Tatema no kwanza timu. Manjo, ye. Inkuru.
Nimekirimba kinkuru. Paka musa kobe.
Ta kuritu no mande.
Mogo trinkuru.
Totois.
Ay. Togo trimusa kobe.
Tata be nyu tukurichokera hara.
Agora kitu.
Hata.
Taringe musa kobe uyomo.
Kore ari chinchi.
Iya. Musa kobe.
Mura. Mutachencha.
Tasoro baba no mangu ngate.
Tunachukua ikobo tupo huko mtoni. Utaiweza? Mtatoto hizi.
Era tu kimiore.
Wezi.
Tarudi.
Rombe na atani kisimati.
Hata.
Guys, you know something else that I want to tell people? You can never come to do this kind of the work if you're coming from up. There's no day. If you have a girlfriend and a woman, make sure that you put it dry whenever you're going to be coming here.
Oh, Ernesto.
When somebody is passing through it and comes here, no kismat, no nothing.
It's like brewing the liquor.
Yeah, even some of the people brewing liquor, you can never come from a woman and go and brew liquor. It will never.
Or the matanga.
Also, no, not matanga. You can never. Urianda matanga? Guys, we never knew that.
Guys, we never knew.
Ernesto went for a funeral and is coming inside
here. We are
here.
now getting the tortoise.
Yeah. Ernesto, you could have told us you went for a funeral, man.
So nothing bad.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Hey.
We cannot get anything.
Let's try.
Try it twice.
Let's try.
Imagine the try of Ernesto is getting a tortoise. Guys, sometimes it's abolished whenever it comes to the taboo and culture. There are some of the things that you cannot do and attend to some things, or there's some things that you can attend and you cannot do other things. When one thing is you cannot go for a funeral and come and fish. It will never rhyme. Or you can never come with money into the pocket and you enter inside the water to look for fish. You will never get anything if you have money. Another thing, you can never go for a funeral and again come back and go to the tobacco industry and get some, talk about fire the furnace to burn this kind of the tobacco. It will never work. The tobacco will not come out with a grade. Or you maybe sometimes you can find like that kind of a kiln of the tobacco sometimes it can just get burned because of some of the nukshi. We call them some nukshi because sometimes they don't go hand in hand. And also, they always say you can never have a woman or go for a cucumberization and you come for this kind of the work here, like fishing. It will never occur and you'll never get any fish, even including for the people who are going for overseas to fish. They always go there and camp themselves. They don't cucumberize there. They go and camp because if they want that one. And also they cannot carry a lot of money for them to go to the sea with money. Because sea and money rhyme. Water and money rhyme. It's the same because it's called liquid money. People have to get that kind of the concept direct. And what is coming out clearly, we have to say it clearly to this kind of the portfolio here. So let us maneuver and get a little bit of whatever we're going to be getting. And sometimes I do always talk about people to come for exercise. And this is how we're going to be orienting people to come and study the fishing and have this kind of the construction you're going to be coming to make sure that we're going to be having a very equipped center for the people to learn. And also they're going to be coming and congested like the way they are to see, act, judge, and make sure they're going to be getting a very good concept over there and earn a living from it if it's going to be like that one. And that is my concept of coming out clearly with a center that will be helping our youths to improve. Like right now, they could know how to fish and get much of the things that are going to be so necessary for the fishing. And some of the rules and regulations, they're going to be taught about how it is and much more. Keep tuned. I'm going to be back to you in a short while. And this is the real G.